He was in the top 10 in warm-up, so showed good pace this morning. So hopefully he can battle.
Championship by 37 points is not because he's gone out and picked up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 race wins. It's because week in, week out, he's been in the top group, and whilst other riders have had off days, other riders have been caught up in incidents here and there. He's had his fortune, but he's always made sure he's been out of trouble. One man that unfortunately hasn't avoided trouble this year is this man, Dennis Earnchew, doing his best impression of Eminem with that bleached blonde hair. We'll start from the front row of the grid, not for the first time this year. He's been pretty good on a Saturday, is Dennis Earnchew. 5 front row starts to his name, but his best performance so far came last time out in Jerez. A best ever Junior World Championship result of 4th. Unbelievably, and it does surprise me, and I'm sure you as well. He's never stood on a podium in the Junior World Championship as Dennis Earnchew, despite showing so much pace at every round throughout free practice and qualifying. He's just yet to pull it together on a Sunday.
Yeah, likewise with his twin brother Chan. Their 2 Turks are the next big things in motorcycle racing, or 2 of the next big things in motorcycle racing. So yeah, good to see Dennis in the middle of this front row of the grid. So hopefully for Dennis' sake, he can challenge for, well, yeah, his first podium. Unbelievable that he hasn't already achieved one. We just saw there Barry Bautas, like you say, Jack, he crashed on the exit of turn 10. A big high side for him, but luckily he's okay to start. P4 in the championship. He is one of the riders who can still mathematically beat Alcoba, although it's very unlikely. But here is the man in form, let's say, your double race winner from Jerez, Carlos Tatai.
Tatai already got his seat in the 2020 World Championship confirmed with that same team, the Real Avinti Junior squad, as has Barry Bautas incidentally as well. And we're moving up with the Redox Prestel squad that at the moment Philip Salach and Jakob Kornfeil are riding for. Another man that we'll see in the 2020 World Championship is Ryusuke Yamanaka, 17-year-old Japanese rider. Will take the seat of Sergio Gar. No, he won't. He'll take the seat of Alonso Lopez.
Yeah.
I did that in Jerez as well, getting them both mixed up. He'll take the seat of Alonso Lopez. He'll move on to the Sterile Garda Max Racing team. He'll make his World Championship, fully fledged World Championship debut in 2020. He's already had a couple of wild cards to his name, and he'll add another one to his list in just a week's time. This time next week, he's flying out to Motegi and will take part in his home rounds there as part of the Japanese Grand Prix.
He certainly will, yeah. He's one to look for the future for sure. DNF at Albacete in 2018, so he's looking strong to not have a repeat of that this time around. And yeah, like you say, Jack, here is Davide Pizzoli.
Pizzoli himself was in Thailand last week, filling in the 658 Squadra Corsa squad for the injured Niccolo Antonelli. He's been pretty good on a Saturday, never failed to qualify outside of the front 3 rows of the grid. He's on the 2nd row of the grid this time around in 6th place. Picked up a couple of podiums so far this year. Incidentally, rode really well in Thailand as well. Just missed out on a point by 1 position. 16th across the line was Pizzoli. Meanwhile, here's the man that will sit in 7th on the grid, Gerard Riou. Yet to jump onto a podium so far this year.
Yeah, and 4th, best of 4th in Barcelona, so finished just off the podium there in P14 at Albacete last year. So starting from the front of row 3, he can expect to improve on that. He can hopefully challenge for the top 5 for Gerard Riou's sake.
There is Dennis Earnchew's Red Bull backed helmet, the number 53, part of the IO Junior squad. There's another of the men that was in Thailand as well, with Jan, twin brother Jan, just continuing to recover from a broken collarbone. He should be fit and back in action in Motegi next week. Here's Aleix View, another man that had a bit of a go in the World Championship at the start of the year. Albert Arenas out injured due to a quite severe cycling accident, so he got the opportunity to race in Argentina, and Austin did Aleix View in between the Estoril rounds and Valencia rounds as well. Another man that really hasn't kicked into gear in 2019, picked up his best result in Valencia of 5th, but he's always been there or thereabouts, but a couple of crashes, maybe not just putting a full weekend together, meant that he hasn't challenged throughout the year. He actually picked up a race victory in 2018, was one of the leading riders, but just hasn't kicked into gear for him so far this year. But that's his second best qualifying of 2019. Hopefully he can bounce on from that. Another man that is banging form at the moment is this man. Jose Julian Garcia had the ride of his life in Thailand last week, deputising for Romano Fanati in the Viennese sniper squad. Just missed out on Q2 after setting the exact same time as Philip Salac, so he had to start the race from 19th on the grid, but made a rocket start and was even up to 7th ahead of Aaron Canet after a move at turn 1 in the opening 4 or 5 laps at Buriram. And then a big moment at turn 1 saw him run wide, and he was shuffled back to just outside of the points, and then unfortunately crashed out whilst trying to fight his way back through the field. But it was a superb performance from the man, making a wild card appearance in the Junior World Championship. Here's the first of the Junior Talent Team riders, part of the Asia Talent Team squad. Haruki Noguchi, the number 32. A former, or two-time, should I say, Idemitsu Asia Talent Cup runner-up, did it in 2017, and then again in 2018 behind Billy Van Erde.
Yeah, he had a good performance in Jerez, did Noguchi, a double top 10, best of P6. He qualified 19th at the Circuito de Jerez Angel Nieto, so a great couple of rides there for the Junior Talent Team rider as we look at David Salvador, the number 38, 2 7ths in Jerez, so solid top 10 performances from him. The man 12th in the championship, best of P6 incidentally, so just missing out on equaling his best result last time out, and he was second.
Denis Ernchu gets himself nice and pumped up. A fist across the chest. A big performance is needed from the Turk. Yet to stand on a Junior World Championship podium. Is today the day for the talented Turk? Meanwhile, Alcoba starts from pole position and gets a great jump. The number 52 flies away. It's a long run down to turn 1, but surely nobody's going to be able to get in front of him. He's already got a bike length over Inchu and Baltus in second and third. Meanwhile, there comes Tatai bundling through from the second row of the grid to take second. Yamanaka will try and hold out around the outside, but it's Tatai that'll secure third place, as Yamanaka has to give way and take 4th. But Tatai is already looking to try and close in onto the rear wheel of Baltus, because the leading duo have got themselves into a rhythm nice and early. Yeah, the perfect start, exactly what Alcoba would have been looking for off the line, the perfect getaway. Onshu not getting a good start from the middle of the front row. He got slightly bogged down, but nevertheless he is still in 5th, so not all is lost for the Turk. As they go through turn number 6 for the first time, that looks like it's a good start coming from Max Cook aboard the British Talent Team machine. He's just making his way up the inside of another rider, so he may well have got himself up into 15th early on. Meanwhile, at the front, it's your championship leader Alcoba that leads the way. Baltus settled into second place is the Belgian rider, and then Tatai in third, Yamanaka in 4th, and Denis Ernchu there in 5th. But Tatai has already done the dirty work on this opening half a lap and has closed in onto the rear wheel. Meanwhile, that's a superstar coming in from Haruki Noguchi. The Japanese rider, having started from the 4th row of the grid, is up there into 6th already. Superstar from the Japanese star.
Yeah, great start. He started from 11th place, just outside the top 10, so another cracking start, just like we saw in Jerez. He came from 19th into the top 10. He's doing it again here in Albacete, but it is Alcoba, the championship leader, who leads over the line from Barry Baltus, but Carlos Tatai is right with him. He needs to get into second. Is he going to go for it? He's going to have a look, but not quite that time. A little bit too far back for the double race winner in Jerez, but he is there from 4th to 3rd on the opening lap as Yamanaka and Denis Ernchu sit in behind Alcoba, who leads from Tatai and Baltus.
Well, we wrote off Denis Ernchu way too early, which we know we shouldn't have done. Meanwhile, was Yamanaka there that was looking rather exuberant. He tried to find a line through on Barry Baltus ahead of him. Garcia's just picking his way through on the TM. This is the best performance we've seen by that machine this year by a long way. Kevin Zanoni, who's the reigning Italian Moto3 champion, very good rider, but was just unable to get the best out of the TM. Meanwhile, Garcia has jumped on it and is flying on board of it. Up to 5th already, and he's all over the rear wheel of Yamanaka ahead of it.
yeah, well, like we mentioned, he had a great ride in Thailand, didn't he? Did Garcia, and he's looking to bring that form over into the Junior World Championship, and he is doing so far. The number 20 looking good on that TM machine, as Alcoba has a little bit of an advantage coming onto this as we tick over with 11 laps to go. I don't think Tata is going to be quite close enough in the slipstream to make a move. No, he's not, but he's about to get Tata. No, he isn't. So for the first time, I think this race, there's been no moves for the race lead at turn one, but they are all tightly packed together as we see still a lead group of 14 riders back down there to the red machine of David Salvador. Around the
Gerard Riu squeezing his way past Garcia, who'll hold the inside line through turn 5. That's not helping either of them, because it's just allowing the front 5 just to edge ever so slightly clear, but they're back at it now as Garcia looks over his shoulder and shakes his head as well. Particularly pleased by Gerard Riu stuffing it up his inside into turn number 5, and here comes Riu again. I thought he was going to return the favour at turn 7 of all places, but fortunately he thought better of it. You saw the live championship picture at the moment, which shows Alcoba extending his championship lead out to 42 points as things stand, which of course is not enough for him to secure and wrap up the 2019 Junior World Championship title here in Albacete. It will roll on to Valencia, where they have a double header there, but 42 points advantage with 50 up for grabs. Side of Adrian Fernandez. Back at the front, Alcoba led the way during the opening stages with Baltus along with him, but then Tatai managed to get in front of the Belgian and then the championship leader as well, with the pair swapping places lap after lap, especially into turn 1, where on a number of occasions Tatai was usurped to the front of the race by his nearest championship rival. Ryusa Yamanaka was one of 2 Estrella Galicia Junior Talent Team riders to fight to the front. The number 6, ahead of a wildcard performance in Motegi next weekend, was right in contention for a podium finish, as was his teammate, the youngest man on the grid, Daniel Holgado, donning the number 96. Yamanaka would eventually hit the front with a move up the inside of Tatai, but his lead didn't last long, with Tatai and Alcoba both drafting past him, and Baltus as well, as a Japanese rider moved from 1st to 4th in a split second. Alcoba retook the lead though, with Tatai still for company, and as the laps ticked away, eventually Tatai had to make a move, with that incident right there on the final lap into the first corner proving pivotal in the end. It allowed Alcoba to escape clear and places to be 6th, and he's going to salvage at the moment at least, it looks like, 11 points. What a ride from Xavi Artigas. Brilliant stuff from the young Spaniard. It looks as if it's not going to be enough to keep his championship hopes alive, as he will slip further adrift of Jeremy Alcoba. But what a performance.
I've not really got much words for that, Jack. It's a stunning performance there from the number 24 as we focus in right on cue. Yeah, less than 2 seconds away from the win after starting from 36th on the grid. Utterly sensational from the Spaniard. But yeah, it might not quite be enough for the championship to keep alive for Artigas, but back at the front, this is well and truly championship alive for Alcoba and Tatai, and the gap has been reeled in for Tatai, so that's good for the man in second place, but he needs to beat Alcoba. Only 1.5 laps to go now. This is huge.
Still a couple of bike lengths. The gap between Alcoba and Tatai is not just there with him right now, but a good run through turn number 11 and then through 12 as well. We'll see him closing up on the rear wheel of the 52 as Holgado looks to move up into second place, but no way through. So here we go into the final corner on the penultimate time. Who will be leading through here in just 90 seconds time? 1 lap to settle it in Albacete as Alcoba, the championship leader, leads them over the line.
Turn 1 then, this is the first real opportunity and one of the main opportunities coming up for Tatai. I don't think he's going to be close enough, or is he a late dive up the inside? Oh,
big mistake for Tatai. Nearly cleans out Daniel Holgado as well. He slips back to 4th place with Alcoba leading. If he stays as he is, the championship will go on to Valencia, but if he loses one more position with Yamanaka all over his rear wheel, then that will be that, and Jeremy Alcoba will be the 2019 champion. It's that important on this final half a lap. Meanwhile, can Holgado do anything to stop Alcoba from wrapping up this championship? He's probably the best placed man to put any sort of challenge on Alcoba in this final half a lap. It closes in through turn number 7. Can he dive up the inside through turn 8? Alcoba holds a defensive line, no way through there. Meanwhile, Tatai still sits there in 4th, keeping the championship alive.
Yeah, Tatai's now just going to look at Holgado and pray that he is going to make a move on Alcobra. I think I think he is going to here into turn 10, down the back straight into turn 11, coming up Tatai. That was a huge mistake at turn 1 for the Spaniard. And can Holgado take valuable points off Alcoba for Tatai?
Here we are into the final sector now. The fast right-hander of turn number 11. Not a place you want to be making a move. Turn 12 is where you're going to line up a move. 13 is where Holgado's been so strong all race, but he can't find a way through. Alcoba is so late on the brakes. He holds off any advantages. Into the final corner. Alcoba leads the way. Holgado is going to try and get the run off the line and try dragging the flag. Alcoba is going to hold it, and he takes the race win, a second win of 2019, and the championship is all but his. He hasn't wrapped up the series just yet, with Tatai coming across the line in 4th, but the points gap is 49 points going into Valencia.
Circuito de Albacete, and it is Alcoba, your championship leader, who wins here in Spain. Daniel Holgado, a stunning ride to 2nd, and Barry Bautas 3rd. Tatai 4th. Looks like it is all but championship over for the Spaniard, but nevertheless a good ride with Yamanaka Artigas. Stunning ride from the Spaniard.
Further down the field, Davide Pizzoli, part of the Leopard squad, picks up 12th. Junior talent teams, Max Cup, just missing out on a points finish, which is a great shame for the young Brit. Fenton Seabright over the Brits there in 23rd on his debut in this Junior World Championship. Kawakami finishing just outside in the top 20. Haruki Noguchi in the end, well, I didn't see what happened to him. He was well in contention for a top 10 finish, but something clearly got caught up in a bit of an incident, did Noguchi, which means that he finished way outside of the top 20 in the end, with your reigning British talent